What's going on, y'all? Trey Evans back again for another video review. Today I'm reviewing the topic of decisions. And, I have dealt with making decisions. We've all dealt with making decisions. And I thought this was a pretty cool piece by Mel Robbins, who, for those of you who may not know, Mel Robbins is an American lawyer. She's a motivational speaker. She's been on, CNN, various, TV news platforms. She's written books. So she's very well versed in, multiple topics. But for this particular topic, I really like this particular topic because, change is inevitable, right? It's, in this world, in this life, there's only two guarantees, which are change and death. And in order to make a change, you have to make a decision. So decisions will always be an ultimate part of life. I wanted to go ahead and do this video because it struck me. And as always, when I review these videos, if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. That'll be, I don't know. You'll hear the bell. Hit the subscribe button and, like the video. Tell me, what you thought. Didn't like it, don't like it, suggestions. I'm open to whatever makes the channel, well, not whatever, but I want to make the channel as viable as possible and a place for, like-minded people who are constantly seeking, motivation and development, providing content that supports that desire. So this is Mel Robbins. Her video is Am I Making the Right Decision? And as always, I'll stop it in between just to kind of give my spiel or review of some of the points that she makes. So enjoy.
So this next question from Emily is a really, really great one for those of you that are struggling with making a decision. And it's a question about how do you know when you're listening to your heart or you're listening to your head? How do you know, what fear is real, in other words? And so she writes, I totally get how it is so important to listen to your inner wisdom and stop the inner chatter of self-doubt. But what happens, Mel, when the internal war is between what your heart feels and what your brain thinks and your inner wisdom is telling you? And so this is a question about, do you make decisions with your heart or do you make decisions with your head? And how the hell do you know?
And I'm gonna stop it right there. And that's, obviously she's starting at a great starting point. I don't have to, say that, but that's what everyone struggles with, right? The decision, is it from love or is it from critical thinking? And, that's the starting point. So good foundation, great start.
How do you know? In fact, I was just talking with my creative director, and she was sharing with me that a friend of hers is going through this terrible thing right now. It's not terrible. It's just what happens in life, where she knows that the relationship that she's in isn't right. They get along really well. Things are really easy, but in her heart, she knows it just isn't right.
And that's always the first indication, at least for me, that change and a decision has to get ready to happen, right? When you feel it, not when you think about it, but when you feel it, like, nah, this is not right. I got to do something different. And no matter what the relationship has been, whether it's been business or personal or friendship, there's always a point where you feel, even though the environment may look right, you feel that it's not right, and then a decision has to take place. So
those are the kinds of decisions that are really difficult to make. And so it gets to the heart of Emily's question, which is, How do I know whether to make a decision with my head or a decision with my heart? I'm the kind of person that believes you should always make decisions with your heart and soul. You can use your brain for math. You can use your brain to look at the fine print in a contract. But when it comes to the actual feel of the decision, you always want to go inward and check it against your heart and soul.
That's interesting because I'll be totally honest. I am, even though I feel it, like I need to make a decision, I can't, just like she said, I'm doing the math, right? I start doing the math. Like everything for me is mathematics. So I start immediately calculating, no matter what the decision is. It's like, okay, well, how many months is it going to take me to do that? And, how far do I have to go? Like I immediately begin the critical thinking process as opposed to digging in deeper to the feeling in my heart. So that's a great point that Mel makes.
How do you do that? Here's the simple test. Does the decision that you're about to make expand you, expand your future, or expand the possibilities of your life? If the answer is yes, then the decision is yes, no matter how terrifying it is. If you conversely look at the choice that you have to make, and the decision will shrink you, will silence you, will inhibit you in some way, then the answer is no, no matter how easy the decision is.
Wow. That's a great point. I mean, we always want to make decisions that we hope bring greater depth and greater experiences to our lives. And, I don't think, speaking for myself, I don't want to make decisions or haven't thought about making decisions that will shrink me. But also, I don't think I've captured that concept before of how will this expand me and grow my life. Like I've made, again, like I said, I've done the math regarding certain decisions. Like, yeah, I can get to here, or I can do this, or I can free that up, and this will give me this and give me that. But the expansion of my life or the reduction to my life, that's an interesting take on decision making. I like that.
No matter how safe the decision is, the answer is no. Now, one of the things I want to point out that when you start to use this, does it expand or does it shrink me? Does it open possibilities or does it keep things closed? Does it raise my voice or does it silence me, right? Is that there's always a short-term and a long-term impact to the decision.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Exactly. Right. So, but it's a great point, but then it goes back to what my original point was about me, mathematically making decisions, because that's what I'm always putting into the equation, right? I'm putting in, if I make the decision today, how does this affect me in 30 days? And then how does this affect me in 12 months? So I'm feeling it, but like I said, I'm always doing the math. But I like how she's coined the impact, the impact of the decision into two different terms. So that's a great point.
The short-term impact to making an expansive decision, a decision that's based in your heart and your soul, sometimes it's terrifying. Because sometimes it means moving, or it means changing a job, or changing a relationship, or having a difficult conversation, or starting something new. And those sorts of things are always uncomfortable. So brace for impact, put the force fields up, but make the decision anyway. Because the long-term impact of making a decision from your heart and soul, that is where the best life comes from. Because you're living for what's true for you, not what's safe in the moment. I hope that helps. And
Wow. Yeah, long-term impacts. the effects of the decision long term, how it lives within your heart and soul, ultimately is, I guess, the barometer to whether the decision was good or bad. But yeah, definitely for myself, this was helpful, because I've said it like 3 times in this video, I'm definitely mathematical in my decisions. So I'm gonna try that. You know, my next difficult decision, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper and go into, you know, into my heart.
Let me know how you use this expanse versus shrink scale in order to make decisions that you're facing right now. And don't forget, submit your questions to us by using the hashtag AskMel.
That was a great video. And again, this is Mel Robbins. You know, I review these videos, but please go to her channel. I mean, she's here on YouTube, Mel Robbins, and you can hit the hashtag AskMel, and you can, you know, get right to her channel. And like I said, she has a wealth of knowledge and information. I really enjoy her content. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this review of the video. I hope this helped in some way. I know for me, you know, I like I always say, I review these videos at the same time that you guys are watching them. So I don't, you know, I don't really preview them. I kind of look at the topic, who the person is, and then kind of gather the information as we go. So I really enjoyed this video as well. Again, if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, because I really want to build this community out. You know, there's plenty of content on YouTube, but, you know, I feel like I want to build a little community myself and be able to curate these type of topics so we can have further discussions. As always, like I say, dreams are just not for sleeping. So wake up and live your dreams. I'm Trey Evans. Tell somebody about the dream. Tell them about the dream.